Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a reading vlog along with a few other things. I have some plans tomorrow to go to Barnes & Noble, but today I'm going to be reading Six of Crows. I am currently about halfway through, absolutely obsessed with it. And yeah, I just wanted to take you guys along with me this weekend because I'm hoping to read a lot. Don't have a lot of plans otherwise. So we'll see what I get into. So I needed a change up from Six of Crows. I was just getting kind of a little bit bored and like I had read 100 pages straight through basically. So I picked up this book that I've been in the middle of. It's called In the Dream House. It is a memoir, but it's kind of written in a almost poetic kind of way. So the pages, I don't know if you can see that, the chapters are a bit short. It's more written in poetry style, but still prose. I've been annotating the heck out of it. It has been really hard for me to get through, just in terms of the content matter, because I can relate to actually a lot of it. But for some reason, it's actually really like cathartic and healing for me. I'm really enjoying this so far. I'm on page 59, so I'm about a fourth of the way through. I'm really enjoying it. I honestly think that it is doing a really good job of talking about queer abuse and how, you know, we don't usually think of that when we think about abuse. Like, at least for me personally, when I'm thinking about like, you know, abusive relationships, almost the first thing I would think of is a man as the abuser and a woman as the victim, just because of, you know, like our society and the stereotypes that we are given. And so I like that she's bringing awareness to the fact that this can happen in queer relationships as well. She was dating a woman when this happened to her. So obviously it's hard to read, but I'm enjoying it. I think it is beautifully written. I've already made so many annotations in this. I know it's going to be a book that I'll go back to. So I just wanted to give you guys a sneak peek into this. I was gonna read it like over the course of the month. I'm reading it a lot faster than I thought. I was just gonna read like 10 pages a day, but it is already the 11th and I'm already a quarter of the way through, which I guess is good progress for the month. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this. Just wanted to give you guys an update on that. And I am gonna probably take a break for a couple minutes and then get back into Six of Crows. I am on page 232, so I'm literally like right halfway through. It's really good so far without any spoilers. They have not done the heist yet. They have not gotten to that point yet. I am loving the tension between characters, and I'm also really loving the interaction between the characters, like how I'm totally shipping like 3 different sets of characters for different reasons and different ways. I think when I go back to tab this, because I've been annotating this as well, but when I go back to tab, I'm probably just gonna make a tab for each couple that I stan, because it's kind of getting crazy. Like this page specifically, I love them. Anyways, so it's going really good so far. I really hope to finish this today because I'm kind of feeling behind on my TBR for this month. I'm not gonna release a February TBR just because like I think I'm too far into the month for that. But essentially, like, this is like one of, you know, my highly like anticipated books on my TBR. The other book that I'm really highly anticipating reading this month, this is the highly anticipated book for me this month to complete. I don't know if you can see how freaking chunky it is, but it's 560 pages. And I don't remember the last time I read a book that long. I think it was actually, yeah, I don't remember. I'm not even gonna try to guess. But yeah, I'm reading this book this month because Books and Lala, I'll link her down below. She's doing a buzzword readathon challenge for this year. And so far I successfully completed the challenge in January. Essentially what it is every month there is a like theme or topic that you would have to include a book on your TBR for to read for that month. So in January it was the words life or death in the title specifically. So I read You Made a Fool of Death with Your Beauty. I'll put the cover here. And I liked it. It was fine. I gave it like 3.5 stars, maybe 3 stars. In that book, I shipped the main character with a different person than she ended up with, and it was kind of upsetting for me. Like, it didn't make sense. And I thought it was kind of, I don't know, I didn't really agree with her actions and stuff, so it was good until that happened, and then I just really did enjoy it. But I mean, it was a fast read, it was easy. And this month, the theme or like the challenge is to read a book with a verb in the title. This book is Leviathan Wakes, so wakes is a verb, and I've been really wanting to read this book and step out of my comfort zone. It's a space opera. I have never read anything like this before. I think it's also kind of science fiction, and I haven't really dabbled in science fiction. I have a few on my shelf that I want to read eventually, but I figured I would start with this one because it seems from the back, it seems that someone's missing. It doesn't necessarily mean that there's, you know, like a murder or a crime, but I just thought it'd be interesting. It also seems like it's kind of mixing space and government together. I really like space. I'm not necessarily a political person, but, you know, in books, like, I guess I would try it. I don't know. I haven't read anything like it before, but yeah, I'm really trying to get to this month. And the fact that it's already February 11th and this is 500 pages, like, I really need to start this next week. So I really want to finish Six of Crows like today. So that's why I'm trying to sprint and just like get through it. I'm really enjoying it. Like, it has nothing to do with me not enjoying it, but I was sick last weekend. So I had started it like last Thursday or Friday or something like that, and I just haven't like had the time. I'll read like 20 pages at night, but you know, I hadn't made much progress up until today. So I'm just trying to get through it while I'm still enjoying it, because if I keep like holding it off, I feel like I'll stop enjoying it. Like, I am really enjoying it. It's a really good book. I'm absolutely in love with the characters, like I was saying. Like, I really enjoy their interactions. Like, this book has actually made me laugh out loud and swoon at the same time sometimes. And like, I love the banter. Like, it's making me feel like how Book Lovers did with the banter. Like, it's top notch. And at the same time, like, the mystery is giving me Inheritance Games vibes, because in Inheritance Games, I know I didn't include that in my newbie tag video of my favorite books because I don't own the series yet. I really need to buy those books because I got them all from the library or on ebook. But I loved that series. That series got me out of a slump like nobody's business. Like, oh my god, I can't wait for the Brothers Hawthorne to come out this year. And Six of Crows is giving me those kind of vibes with the mystery aspect. Like, I'm really intrigued to see how this heist pulls off. And this is my first fantasy, and I'm surprised that it's going so well. I was kind of worried that it would be hard for me to get into. And I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like, the first 100 pages, I was just reading and I was like, okay, I like the characters enough to keep going, which I think is what a good fantasy author does, is gives you characters that you can't help but stay and stick around for. But last night I was reading this book because I woke up randomly at like midnight. My boyfriend had just come home, and so I was reading and I was like, you know what, I want to know what these people look like, because I'm not really a person who can see what's going on in my head when I'm reading. I know a lot of people can, but for me, like, I have a friend who tells me, shout out Sonia, if you're watching this, she tells me that she can see it like a movie in her head when she's reading a book. I can never get that engrossed in a book to see it like a movie, like to see the actions play out like a movie. When I'm reading a book, most of the time, all I see is like hazy images of random things here and there. Like, if there's something in their environment that's like very detailed, like the author gives a good description on, then I'm pretty good. I can see that. But for the most part, like, I don't see the characters that much. Like, I know what color their hair and eyes are, but like, it's not something that I see. So I was looking up last night and I was like, oh, I want to see what they look like, you know, to help me get a better idea, because I don't really have like an image in my head of what they look like. And I freaking spoiled something for myself. Like, how did I do that? I mean, I always do that to myself, always. When I'm watching TV shows, like, I like to know what's coming, and what I spoiled for myself is a character death. So, like, I'm glad that I know that it's gonna happen so I don't get attached, or, like, that I know it will happen so I can, like, prepare for it mentally. I spoiled the character death for myself, so. And I don't know if it happens in Six of Crows or Crooked Kingdom. So I guess I have that going for me. I probably won't get to Crooked Kingdom this month, which is upsetting because it is also 560 pages like this book. And I have to read this book for the readathon challenge. Like, if I do anything this year, it is I will complete that entire readathon challenge. And like, I know that there's another book on my TBR that could probably fit the same prompt, like with being a verb in the title, because I really want to read Ricochet. I'm on number 2 of the Addicted Calloway series, and I'm considering reading that this month already. So if I don't get to this, I guess it's not the end of the world, but I just don't know when else I would like make myself read it. Like, I really want to get out of my comfort zone this month, so cross your fingers that I can get to this book this month, because I need to. Anyways, that's enough of me chit-chatting. I need to get back to Six of Crows. I will update y'all when I get a little bit farther. Yeah. Today we are at Barnes & Noble. Say hello.
Hi.
This is Collin, my boyfriend. We are at Barnes & Noble, and he is going to pick out a book for me today. He has to have a real reason other than the cover's pretty. So let's get started. All right, we have just got back from Barnes & Noble, and we are going to show you our haul. Collin's going to explain the 2 books that he picked out for me and why.
So the rule was I couldn't pick it based on the cover. I broke that rule because how am I supposed to pick up a book that isn't pretty? Right, I do the same thing. So I picked up, this book is Pizza Girl by Jean Kyung Fraser. It says 18 years old, pregnant, and working as a pizza delivery girl in suburban Los Angeles, our charmingly dysfunctional heroine is deeply lost. She's grieving the death of her father, with whom she has more in common than she'd like to admit, avoiding her supportive mom and loving boyfriend, and flagrantly ignoring her future. Her world is further upended when she becomes obsessed with Jenny, a stay-at-home mother new to the neighborhood, who comes to depend on weekly deliveries of pickled covered pizzas for her son's happiness. As one woman looks toward motherhood and the other toward middle age, the relationship between the two begins to blur in strange, complicated, and ultimately heartbreaking ways. Bold, tender, propulsive, and wholly unpredictable, Jean Kyung Fraser's Pizza Girl is a moving and funny portrait of a flawed, unforgettable young woman as she tries to find her place in the world. So the reason I picked this book is the main character sounds a little bit like Chrissy, but also in the fact that she has more adult, older friends, and it's just like her coming into a coming of age story and her also having older friends. It just kind of sounded like her. So that's Pizza Girl.
I want to say this book has been on my radar. Jack Edwards actually made a video and this book was in it, so I'm really excited about this. When he picked it up, I was extremely ecstatic.
So then the next book I picked is called An Honest Living by Dwyer Murphy. Again, I picked it solely because of the cover.
I'll clip it.
After leaving behind the comforts and the shackles of a prestigious law firm, A restless attorney makes ends meet in the mid-2000s Brooklyn by picking up odd jobs from a colorful assortment of clients. When a mysterious woman named Anna Reddick appears at his apartment with $10,000 in cash and asks him to track down her missing husband, Newton, an antiquarian bookseller who she believes has been pilfering rare true crime volumes from her collection, he trusts it will be a quick and easy case. But when the real Anna Reddick, a magnetic and unpredictable literary prodigy, lands on his doorstep with a few bones to pick, he finds himself out of his depth, drawn into a series of deceptions involving Joseph Conrad novels, unscrupulous booksellers, aspiring flaneurs, and seedy real estate developers. Set against the backdrop of New York at the tail end of the analog era and immersed in the worlds of literature and bookselling, An Honest Living is a gripping story of artistic ambition, obsession, and the small crimes we commit against one another every day. The reason I picked this book is it says right in the synopsis that it's about the literary world, which for Chrissy to be entering the booktube world, but also the fact that ever since we've been dating, she's been a massive reader. I couldn't not pick this, but also it even says that it has a bunch of deception, so I'm assuming, I'm not going to read it, but I'm assuming that there's going to be a bunch of twists, and it's partially crime related, and mystery related, so it's definitely right up her alley.
Yeah. This was in the mystery thriller section in Barnes, the new mystery and thriller. So when he picked this up, I knew it was going to be a good one. So you did awesome. Thank you for these books. Woohoo! Hey besties, today is Valentine's Day, so I went to my college's library and they were doing blind dates with books. So I just wanted to show you guys the books that I got. They are so freaking cute. They also came with a bookmark, which I'm really excited about. It's really funny. They had one of the books that Collin got me in the last clip. Pizza Girl, they had it there as one of the blind dates with the book, so I thought that was pretty funny. But I'm gonna go ahead and unwrap them and show y'all what they are. So the first one that I got, it looks like this. These are the favorite emojis. I think it's really cute. But what it says is, so I'm like a priestess at the church that controls everything in the country, and it's been going great. Every day, just tattooing people with beautiful designs. Until me and my bestie found out that the magic in the tattoos is less about making people look cool and sexy and more about totally brainwashing you. So not cool. So we're running away and hoping no one catches us. And for that book, I got Ink in the Blood by Kim Smedjkal. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. This looks actually really good. I love tattoos. The top of it says, "One performance can change your destiny." I'm kind of curious to see what genre this is. It didn't really say, but I'm so excited. I was not expecting this at all. Wow. What I got looks like this, and it says, "Hey, I'm just a fun-loving guy serving out a death sentence in a high-tech prison run by an insane artificial intelligence. It's okay, I'm working through it. I think we are all going to break out of prison soon, since all the guards have abandoned the prison because of a zombie apocalypse. I'm sure it'll work out." And I thought the emojis were so cute. I grabbed this one basically because it said artificial intelligence. I grabbed the other one because it said about tattoos, and I have a lot and I love tattoos, so I can't wait to see what this one is. The Loop by Ben Oliver. It sounds actually really interesting and I can't wait. Like, both of these are totally unexpected, and I'm glad that I went and did this because it's my library, you know, it's free if I don't end up wanting to read them, or if I DNF them. It was free, you know, no risk there. But they both look so cool and I've never seen them before, and they both look totally up my alley, so I can't wait to read them and let y'all know how it goes.